Alright, welcome to the second edition of our new updated PAR training videos for setting up your Google Calendar so that people will hate me less. Anyways, here we go. So you should have received a document from me, and it may look slightly different than this since I'm still working on completing the document for all the steps of the setup, but the first step is activating your Google Calendar account. So an account has already been created for you and a temporary password has been set up. The temporary password that has been set up is PARINC01, PARINC01. It's listed in the email right here. Your username is going to be the first part of your email address, like Amy S or Brenda N. So just click on the link or copy and paste the link here into your internet browser. So open up Safari or Firefox if you have that and paste that in, or just simply click on the link and it will take you to this page here. It'll say welcome to minworkcomp.com. And it probably won't have something pre-filled in here. Mine says Steve R at minworkcomp.com. So in mine, since here I'm going to click sign in as a different user. So I'm going to take you through the setup. So I'm going to set up the conferences calendar here. So again, I'm just typing in it's set up as conferences. Again, it'll be like Amy S is all you have to put in, because as you can see right here, it already has the minworkcomp.com. So the password, I'm just going to enter that in all of your cases. It will be already set up as PARINC01. So you'll just enter that in, and then it will take you to this next screen here. And what you're not seeing on this one is a prompt to reset your password, since I've set this one up custom in advance. So there'll be something here to reset your password, so do that, and then you'll just go through here, and I have to prove that I'm not a computer. Hopefully I did that right. And then speed read the terms of service. Click accept and create my account. And that was a success. So the calendar has now been activated, and you can go ahead and start using this calendar now. Right now, the only way you'll be able to access it is through going to that, access that link. I would suggest making that link a favorite, and what you can do is take this, take the link when you first get to this page. You can go back and click on that link, and copy that link, paste it in, and go to the sign-in page, and then go into bookmarks and just up here in your browser and click add bookmark to make that a favorite. Of course, now I'm going to sign back in here. And you'll, the second time around, obviously be signing in with a new password that you set up. So now I have a calendar, and as you can see right here, it says my calendar. It says conferences at minworkcomp.com. Now, let's say I want to access Steve's calendar. So I go down here to add calendars, and I just start typing Steve. It says searching for people. There we go. We've got Steve R. It's Steve R at minworkcomp.com, and I want to add his calendar. And boom, there are all of my appointments. If anyone has ever seen that wondrous video on YouTube with Boom Goes the Dynamite, maybe you might want to watch that. But anyways, so now here we go. We've got other calendars. So we got my calendar here, conferences at minworkcomp.com, and then we have other calendars. Now you'll be able to add any other staff that you want. Other calendars that have been set up, like Lisa's. So actually, Lisa's hasn't been set up. Let's see, should I set up Shannon's? We set up Shannon's. So we'll go and put in Shannon's here, and Shannon doesn't have any events put in here yet, but if there were, they would be populated right onto the screen there. Now if you decide, I don't want to see Steve's appointments, then you just take your cursor, go over to my name, and just click it once, and they will disappear. You'll see it's not highlighted any longer. Same thing with Shannon's. We just click there, and they're no longer highlighted. You just see your events. Now any events that you make here will automatically be downloaded to your iCal on your computer once you set up that functionality. I encourage you to play around with this online and edit the events. It really works pretty nice. We'll just edit that, a bunch of gibberish. Go to edit event details. We can add guests here. Adding guests is very easy. Again, I can just say I want to invite myself. I start typing in someone's name, and there are the lists of people. You can also, I've created groups, so you could invite the placement staff. That hasn't been fully set up yet because everyone's accounts haven't been activated, but once they are, you'll be able to just say add guest placement. So if someone wants to put together a job placement meeting or a meeting with the QRCs, meeting with an admin staff, so on and so forth, or if you guys want to schedule meetings with your supervisor or supervisors, you want to schedule a meeting with your supervisee, you can make an event and then add a guest. Going back to the calendar now, as you can see from the conference calendar here, one of the problems is that there is no information in the calendar. So we need to import our calendars into this calendar, and I'm going to actually provide you with an example using my own calendar, but it's a very straightforward process. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Start Taskbar. We're going to open up iCal. So once we get into iCal, we're going to go into the calendar you currently have, which will be under your name. You can disregard these. These have already been set up, and I'll show you that in a minute. So go to my calendar, which is a server calendar here. I'm going to click on it. Then I'm going to go up to File and Export. The name that it sets in there is just fine. We just want to, if the desktop isn't already selected, I would just go ahead and select the desktop. You can also go here to select the desktop. So we'll select the desktop, and we're going to export the calendar there. I've already done this once, so there's one there, so I'm going to hit Replace. Okay, now we've exported it to the desktop. Now we're going to return to our internet browser and Google Apps, and then down here we're going to go and click on Add, and we are going to click on then Import Calendar, and this little screen pops up. So we're going to choose File. If this hasn't been selected already, we're going to hit to the desktop, or also you can navigate to it here, hit desktop, and you'll see we've got calendar right there. I'm going to choose that, and then all you have to do is hit import. It might take a few minutes, so just let it go. It will eventually turn on there, and then your events will be placed in just like this. Now the final step is going to be getting this set up on your iCal so that you don't have to log into Google all the time if you don't want to. It is, like I said, it's really nice. It has some cool features, different ways to look at, you can look at it by day, week, month, just like an iCal. You can look at it 4 days at a time, and it's easy to turn people's events on and off, add attendees, things like that. So, but if we want to make it simple, like we do with our mail, we're going to go into iCal, open your calendar, and then we're going to go up to the top here. We're going to go into iCal. Sounds like Lisa's car's not turning over. There it goes. We're going to go into Preferences, and then we're going to add a calendar. We're going to add that by clicking the plus button down here, and we'll just call this my Google Calendar. And you can call it anything you want, but you can throw Google in there for now just to kind of differentiate it. Now your username is going to be your full email address. So since I'm setting up the conference calendar, I'm going to set it up as conferences@minworkcomp.com. But what we're going to do